Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Terra Luna, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming days and hours. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could give me a big thumbs up down below, and as well subscribe to this channel while doing so. So thank you very much already, and let's get started on what we're seeing. So on Luna, on the 1 hourly time frame. What you can clearly see is that we are actually inside of this falling wedge pattern. I think this is absolutely important because we have seen multiple touch points on top of this descending resistance. We have as well seen multiple touch points below this descending support, and right now we are heading towards a retest. Once we see a breakout occur outside of this pattern, it is actually highly likely that we are going to head all the way towards the beginning of this descending resistance. Therefore, it is likely that we are going to see a 28% increase during the upcoming days and hours if we do break out above this descending resistance. If we are not able to break out above this descending resistance, it is likely that we are going to see a decline getting started, heading once more towards a retest underneath, below, on top of this descending support, and perhaps we are going to see a breakdown occur instead. But right now the current market does actually look good, and I personally think that holding strong on top of the 23% Fibonacci at $59 has actually been a stronghold already. We did see resistance underneath, we did see support on top, and as well previously we have seen as well resistance underneath this range, support on top. So I'm actually convinced that we are going to stay here where we are currently trading at for the upcoming day. Well, this being said, I would like to enable right away a fixed ranged volume profile. Therefore, we can see where the most amount of volume has been traded. And in the immediate short term, you can clearly see that the most amount of volume has been traded at approximately 62 US dollars. And that is as well clearly our previous support zone. And what is even more important, it has been the exact place where we saw the resistance getting formed. So therefore, if we are going to see a breakout, we would like to see a breakout as well occur above the $62 range. Well, this being said, I would like to head right away towards the 4 hourly time frame, where I would like to discuss a second pattern that we are seeing. So if we zoom out a little bit, we could clearly place a trend line from here to here, a descending resistance once more, and as well here a ascending support. Well, you can clearly see these two patterns are combined together, the falling wedge pattern on the 1 hourly time frame and this symmetrical triangle on the 4 hourly time frame. So right now we are actually creating a level of support on top of this ascending support zone. Therefore, I am very convinced that we are actually going to see a breakout outside of this falling wedge pattern. And what I think is even more important is that if we are going to see that breakout occur, you can clearly see that the level of resistance would be this descending resistance. And if we head all the way towards the descending resistance, it won't be a 28% breakout, but it will be a 24% breakout before we will be actually reaching a major level of resistance, due to the fact that we will be seeing this descending resistance at that point in time. So this is absolutely important, and I personally think that this is a pattern that you would like to monitor very closely for the upcoming days, especially because if we do see a breakout occur, it is going to be a very significant breakout. But if we're going to see a breakdown instead, it's going to be a very significant breakdown as well. Why is this the case? I will be selecting the beginning of this descending resistance all the way towards the first touch point down below on top of the ascending support. And what you can clearly see is that if I place this measuring, for example, on the upper part, taking into consideration that we would be seeing a breakout occur, this breakout will be actually a massive breakout, and it will be a 29% breakout or breakdown taking place outside of this pattern getting formed on the 4 hourly time frame. So this is absolutely a very important pattern to monitor very closely, but this pattern is not confirmed yet because we have only seen 2 touch points below this descending resistance, but we have already seen 3 touch points on top of this ascending support. So the ascending support line is actually confirmed right now. If we do find support on top of it and head afterwards towards the upside. So this is what I wanted to discuss in terms of patterns that we are currently seeing. What else we saw is that at $62 level range, that will be a difficult level of resistance that we have to break out above if we would like to see further continuation outside of the falling wedge pattern on the 1 hourly time frame. And lastly, during this video, I would like to discuss 2 indicators, and that is the MACD and the RSI. So the MACD on the 4 hourly time frame does actually not look absolutely marvelous. We are seeing already minor momentum being traded. We have seen several crossovers if we zoom in the immediate short term during the weekend, and this is actually showing me that we could go in either direction. We could see even more increase in price action heading towards the upside, or we could see a decrease in price action, seeing a further decline on the chart. So that is absolutely important right now. What else is important to see? On the 1 hourly time frame, what you can clearly see is that we did actually already experience momentum towards the upside, and right now we are seeing clearly that we are losing momentum strength towards the downside. So on the 1 hourly time frame, this does actually look very good, and perhaps it's showing us that we are going to expect a crossover of momentum towards the upside, and therefore as well an increase in price action heading once more towards a retest of that $62 range, where we have to break out above to see even further continuation. Well, this being said, I would like to head right away towards the RSI on the 1 hourly and 4 hourly time frame, and what you can clearly see on the 1 hourly time frame is that we did see this minor lower high on the chart, but we did see this higher high on the RSI. This was a confirmed bearish divergence, and this is also the reason why we did see this decline in price action and as well a decline in strength on the RSI. So right now the RSI does look good, but we have to take into consideration that we would like to see a breakout occur above our previous 62 range of resistance. Otherwise a bearish divergence might be created once more. So currently the RSI does look good, and we still have plenty of space to see further continuation of growth towards the upside or either towards the downside if we do break down below this ascending support zone where we are currently trading above. Lastly, on the 4 hourly time frame, what you can clearly see is that we did experience this bullish divergence. Absolutely, we did see a higher low getting created on the chart, and right now we are still seeing this lower low on the RSI. So this is actually showing us that if we are going to see even further decline, we will be seeing as well a bullish divergence taking place once more. And this is also one of the reasons why I personally think that we will be actually holding strong on top of the 23% range, and that we will be seeing a further increase during the upcoming hours on TERRA, and eventually heading towards that price target underneath this descending resistance at approximately $72 US. So thank you very much for watching this video so far. If you did enjoy the content, do not forget to give me a thumbs up. But most importantly, if you are willing to purchase Terra Luna right now or even trade with me together, do not forget to use the link down below in the description. You will be able to earn 4,100 US dollar deposit bonus on Bybit, and it's only for first time depositors. So that's a great opportunity, and it's as well the platform that I personally use for all my trades and cryptocurrency purchases. Well, this being said, one last thing I would like to show you is actually the EMA ribbon on the 4 hourly time frame. What you can clearly see is that it's currently serving as a level of resistance above us, and it's actually aligned at approximately, let's take a quick look, $62 range. So right now the $62 is actually a major level of resistance that we have to break out above, otherwise further decline is actually quite likely to occur. But if we do see a breakout heading towards the $72 range and seeing a level of resistance at that point in time is actually very likely, due to the fact that we are actually inside of this symmetrical triangle pattern. And do not forget the falling wedge that we discussed previously. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to give me those thumbs ups down below, and as well I would like to wish you a pleasant day. Bye bye.